Hello fellow Yu-Gi-Oh duelists and collectors. Today will be my first video where I showcase my collector's binder, which I will not be trading anything from, but I think is a cool set. I'd just like to show you guys so you can check it out. The cover I made myself just from stuff I've collected. First page, we have the Egyptian gods and then fake Egyptian gods. No need to get into those. Everyone knows a fake card. If only I had the Kazuki Takahashi slide for this page would be perfect, but I don't, so it's not. And budget, don't have the money for everything. This is my first obelisk from Shonen Jump back in the day. Super cool, I love, plus the original Yugioh around it. Always a cool set, I think. Original Blue Eyes from Started at Kaiba. No, not first edition. I wish they were, but unfortunately no, and the newer one. Then other classic cards that I have. This is the Magician's area. And every artwork, I believe, of Dark Magician that exists. My favorite, the Kazuki Takahashi one. Very cool. Very, very cool. And then we have just other nostalgic, cool Yugi or original cards that are back in the day. The parallel rare print, which I always thought was super cool, especially that Blue Eyes that everyone wants. 3 Blue Eyes from the tin after the Seto Kaiba deck came out, which I had to collect back in the day. They were like, oh my gosh, the new artwork, that's amazing. Plus the newer one that came out more recently. And then other, well, these are newer, but they're also still from the OG show, you know, gotta love them. And then Deep Eyes from the movie, just because it goes to Blue Eyes. Then there's other OG cards right here with the movie pack gold over here. Summon Skull artwork. Oh, these are all Kazuki Takahashi, but Summon Skull is definitely up there with my favorites that were made by Kazuki. Very, very cool. And then from the movie pack gold, I don't have even half of the cards from it, but I would like to collect them all just because it was a really cool set and I really liked the movie and it would be cool to have all the cards from it, right? Again, not on my top list of priorities, but something I want to do. The Wicked Gods are right down here just because, you know, they needed a place. I threw them in there. The Orca Egyptian Gods and Blue Eyes, super cool. If you watched the show back in the day, you probably wanted these right out of the show instead of the cards that were printed up that you bought. But eventually, now that they're out in Orca, it was just something I couldn't resist getting because, you know, every duelist kind of wants cards from the actual show, especially in some people's opinion, the best. The pieces of the Gate Guardian, absent the Gate Guardian though, something I definitely should get for that little part of the collection. And then I have Yugi's legendary decks, which are his original decks and decks from throughout the show, from the first original show, 5 seasons, that I feel if you're a true Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist, player, collector, you should have these. They're the main character's main decks, and he is the main character of main characters, so it's sort of like a must-have, like the ultimate nostalgia collection. It's I don't know, something for people who truly love the game. Sometimes I can ramble on, but you know, you could talk for Yu-Gi-Oh! You could talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! For all day. You could just talk forever. And a lot of these cards, I'm not saying, but I have doubles of most of them, if not all of them. But I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, then there's more classic cards these are the cards that pretty much just bring me back to nostalgia. There's a Dark Magician right here, original, but I keep it hidden because it's bent and no one really likes to look at bent cards. They're kind of nasty. But yeah, these are just cards from back in the day that either aren't reprinted or just bring me nostalgia, you know, like from when you were playing as a kid. We got the Blue Flame Swordsman covering up the original Flame Swordsman. I would switch it, but Blue Flame Swordsman's ultra rare, so it's cool. And then as far as nostalgia cards go, everyone who's collected has that one card or first card that they really liked that was like the cool card. Like, this is why I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! This is my first cool card that started the climax of time. For me, it was Trapmaster. That was my original card where I was like, oh my gosh, this is cool. And the first card I remember getting, which I know was actually the first card I ever got from some guy in Boy Scouts who had like 10. And then that sort of ends there with a Curry Bandit just because I threw it in there. Then there is these other cards that are nostalgic and really cool, but I sort of just created a separate section for them. Especially that Blue Eyes. That is the Blue Eyes, in my opinion. I love it the most. I'll never get rid of it. It's so cool. if you know of Blue Eyes artwork, in my opinion, I think it's the best. Some of these cards, there are multiples, like there are 3 Scapegoats there, and but I only have 2 Graceful Charities because, I don't know why, I think I only got 2 Pegasus decks way back when. Going on, their 5 Ds are right here with the 6th D from, if you remember the show, it was replaced by Blackwing Dragon, and then we have the Crimson Dragon in the middle, of course. And then there's other protagonist main monsters, so like, you know, except for Firewall Dragon, which is still a little expensive. I want to wait till the price reduces even more when it gets reprinted to get it. I did try to get it through 2 Code of the Duelist boxes, 1 special edition even, and did not get it. But then there's the antagonist's ultimate form of their monster, which I thought it was cool to collect, and I don't know if they even know if they make ultimate forms much anymore. It seems like in Arc V there was no ultimate form of anything. But maybe, you know, I should have checked out the Japanese version or something. I don't know, maybe I missed it. I don't know. Anyway, then there's more nostalgia cards. Those tokens, you gotta love those tokens specifically. God, I love them. And Lava Vault Chain, God, I wish it was legal for my Blackwings again. Seriously, it would be so great. My first Ghost Rare cards, which were Red Eyes Darkness, Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode, and Black Rose Dragon, which I thought were really cool. And then there's the Blue Eyes White Dragon I got from a Dual Terminal. That was pretty lucky. And, you know, first Dual Terminal, pretty cool card. I thought I was really lucky with that. And then there's just other cards that are limited edition, mainly from Shonen Jump, that are just cards that I really want to keep and don't want to get rid of. And, you know. And then there's the Blackwings section, which contains every rarity I possess and or set that it's from of Blackwing cards. So I'll just flip through it pretty quick, trying to take too much time. Even some German ones. Some of them I do wish were, reprinted. But, you know, maybe I'll have to wait or it just won't happen, sadly. And then these are like Blackwing support, counter support that I just collected and keep with the Blackwings because I feel like they belong together. And then there are paper proxy cards that are for if I were to have more of the cards that I wish I had more of. Although I got to keep the collection in the way it is. I'd rather have the collection in its pristine condition than have a perfect or better deck, you know? Maybe that's just me. I might be weird. And then right here was just extra Blackwing cards I have. And then these are Blackwing cards I've edited and made just for fun, but won't use just because there's no point, I think. And that is it. And then there's the cover again, and then the back cover, which I also made, which I think is fairly cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like or subscribe if you want. And thank you for your time. Bye-bye.